So OpenAI is making a huge move, and it's not just about another chatbot. They're building something new, something powered by ChatGPT, and they're aiming it right at the world of professional hiring. Yeah, we're talking about a direct challenge to a giant, and it could seriously shake up how we all look for work.
I mean, that's the big question, right? For what feels like forever, LinkedIn has been the king of the professional world. But let's be honest, a lot of us have a complicated relationship with it. So could a real alternative finally be on the way?
This is funny, but it really hits on something real, doesn't it? There's a genuine frustration out there with how we find jobs online. It's pretty clear people are hungry for something different, and OpenAI is betting big that they're the ones who can deliver it.
Okay, so what is this thing OpenAI is actually building? Let's get into it. They are officially launching an AI-powered jobs platform, and it comes with a brand new certification program baked right in. So the main idea here isn't just another job board with endless scrolling. No, the plan is to use AI to make really smart, precise matches between what a company actually needs and the skills that workers have, skills that are verified. It's all about quality, not just throwing a million listings at you. And this is serious because of who's leading it. The whole project is being run by Fidji Simo, the former head of Instacart, and now OpenAI CEO of applications. And she's already put a date on it. Look for this to go live around mid-2026.
But here's the thing, this platform, it's just one part of a way bigger plan. The ambition here is just massive. We're not just talking about a new product, we're talking about a plan to basically reshape the entire American workforce.
Get ready for this number, 10 million. That's how many Americans OpenAI is promising to certify in AI skills by the year 2030. That is a huge, staggering number. So how on earth are they going to pull that off?
Well, you start by teaming up with the biggest player in the game. Walmart, the single largest private employer in the entire country, is already on board. They're planning to get their 1.6 million employees certified, all the way from the store floor to the corporate offices.
And it's not like they're starting from scratch here. This whole thing is built on top of their OpenAI Academy, which is a virtual learning platform that more than 2 million people have already used to get up to speed with AI. So they have a running start.
So how does it actually work for you? They've made it super simple. You'll literally prepare for your tests inside a study mode in ChatGPT. Then you can get certified for different levels, from the basics all the way up to advanced prompt engineering. And once you pass, boom, you can display that verified badge to employers on the new platform. It's a whole ecosystem.
And just look at who's already signed on. This isn't just tech companies. You've got massive retail with Walmart, heavy industry with John Deere, top-tier consulting firms like BCG, and even government groups. Having that kind of variety right at launch gives this project some serious credibility.
Okay, but this whole thing isn't just about a cool new app or getting you a job. It's way bigger. This is also deeply connected to business strategy and, national politics.
So Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, actually announced this whole initiative at a White House event, standing right there with other tech leaders. And in his remarks, he made a point to thank President Trump, calling him a pro-business, pro-innovation president. It was a very clear signal that they want to work with the administration.
And you got to understand, OpenAI isn't doing this in a vacuum. It's basically an arms race in big tech to invest in the American workforce. Microsoft has pledged $4 billion in cash and AI services. Google is putting in $1 billion over 3 years. Everybody is racing to get in on this.
And this all lines up perfectly with what the White House is trying to do. It's sort of a two-pronged approach. On one side, you have a push led by First Lady Melania Trump to boost AI literacy. But on the other, you have support for laws that crack down on the harmful stuff, like deepfakes. It's about promoting the good while managing the bad.
But while all this is happening on the public stage, looking all polished and collaborative, behind the curtain, well, reports suggest it's a whole different story, a much, much messier one.
I mean, you have this massive split personality going on. Publicly, it's all about partnerships and building the future for everyone. But internally, there are reports that they're convinced rivals are trying to coordinate a takedown, which is leading them to take some pretty aggressive legal steps.
Here's a wild example. They actually subpoenaed this tiny nonprofit in Washington, demanding any communications they had with Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. The nonprofit's lawyer basically said, "We don't have anything." But it really points to a company that's kind of looking over its shoulder constantly, seeing potential enemies everywhere.
Okay, so a new platform, politics, paranoia. Why should you care about any of this? Well, it all circles back to one thing:
the future of work, and what your job could look like in just a few short years. And the stakes here are, frankly, huge. The CEO of Anthropic, one of OpenAI's biggest rivals, has put out a pretty stark warning. He says up to half, 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs could just disappear by 2030. That's not some far-off sci-fi thing. That's just a few years away. But hold on, it's not all bad news. At the very same time that some jobs might be going away, totally new jobs are popping up. Companies are desperate for people who can be prompt engineers, AI auditors, or ethics specialists. These are jobs that literally didn't exist a few years ago, and that is the gap OpenAI wants to fill.
And what's fueling this whole revolution? Money, a tidal wave of it. New AI billionaires are being created seemingly overnight. This incredible economic engine is precisely what makes OpenAI's move into the job market so important, both for them and for the rest of us.
Which brings us back to where we started. Is this new platform a genuine attempt to build a necessary bridge for all of us into an AI-powered future? Or is it a massive power grab by a company that's trying to change the world while maybe becoming a little paranoid? That is the billion-dollar question.